Tommy, my brother,
Yes,
you are a real fighting man.
I am. I am.
Talk to me a little bit about the difference between a real fighting man like yourself and an influencer like KSI.
I mean, as you've just seen there, I mean, all you guys were there. At the public workout. A lot of it is like a circus. It is just a circus. It's wild games. Things are getting thrown. There's no class. There's no professionalism there. There's nothing. And the difference between me and him is I know how to do this job. I'm not verbally like shouting from the rooftops, pretending I know how to do it. I'm serious about this, and we've been training hard. I'm a professional fighter, and it just shows at every single event that we do, whether it's a press conference or a weigh-in or whatever. You can see who the professional is, and you can see who the misfit is. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it did turn into a bit of a circus.
Yeah.
Like, what was the whole animosity about? Because it seemed like he was just shouting a lot of nonsense from the balcony, trying to get in your head.
Yeah, no, that's it. I mean, his only shot at any of this. He's got 3 days left to spout as much nonsense as he wants and try and get in my head. But that's never going to work because it's physically impossible for a man like him to get in my head. Fair enough if if he was a dangerous fighter, someone like, I don't know, 18-0 from Russia, and he can fight a bit, right? Fair enough. But this guy, there's no way possible for him to get in my head. So it's just laughable for me. As you've seen, I was there saying 3 days left, because I don't need to talk a good game. Saturday night, that's where I'll have a big smile on my face.
I'm sure you will, and I'll be still right next to you.
Yes.
We've seen how he moves in the ring. We've seen he's a bit of an unorthodox fighter.
Yeah.
How are you going to deal with that? Have you changed anything during camp from this one compared to the Jake Paul one?
We've changed a lot of things, to be honest. Obviously, we suit the camp around the people that we're facing, and with KSI, he's been allowed to do all that movement in the ring. He's been allowed to do all these wild things in the ring because the opponents aren't doing nothing back. You watch any of his fights, not one opponent has ever tried to stop him or tried to hit him back. And when you go straight from that to a fight where someone's trying to take your head off, it's a very different story. And unfortunately for him, you'll find out on Saturday night.
So KSI's in it for a bit of a rude awakening then?
Yeah, definitely. He's in for a very big shock. And like I've been saying this whole camp, I'm looking to go home early. I've put a hard camp in, very hard camp in, but if it goes in 10 seconds, I'll be happy. I'm not bothered. I'm not there to drag it out a few rounds. I'm not there to make it look good for the fans. If I can get him out there in the first shot, I will be doing. It's going to be educated violence. That's what we've built this up again. And I'm going to show him things that he's never seen in the ring before, because I've seen all of his fights, and he's never seen 20% of what I'm going to show him. So at the end of the day, I'm just looking forward to it, because whatever he comes with on Saturday night, I'll have a plan from A to Z to work him out. At the end of the day, on Saturday night, it's not about what KSI does, it's about what I do, and that's it. This fight will go however I want it to go. Every single advantage is in my department. Height, size, reach, weight, experience, whatever you want, you name it. So it's really about what Tommy Fury's doing on Saturday night.
I like that, and I like the whole educated violence thing.
Yeah.
It puts a different narrative onto the whole fighting game.
It does.
Now, I've seen a clip today, AJ's kind of sitting on the fence.
Yeah.
Now, that didn't really... Does it surprise you that he's sitting on the fence between... I know he's friends with KSI.
This is the thing. So he's sitting on the fence, even with his mate. Like, that's your mate who's going to fight. Because I've heard AJ before saying, that's my guy. If it's your guy, why aren't you backing him then? He said, I'm sitting on the fence and it's a 50-50 fight. Well, if my mate was fighting, I'd be backing him 100%. But listen, AJ's not stupid. He's been the heavyweight champion of the world. He's a professional through and through himself. He's had many fights, been in boxing for a long time, and they know. They know. Like, even Eddie Earn, as much as I'm sure he doesn't like me or any of the family, even he come out and said, my heart goes with Tommy Fury. But then they have to say some nonsense about KSI. Oh, he always surprises me, he does this, he does that, to try and sell the fight. Because if all these top professionals say, oh, it's a no contest, it's whatever, it's not going to get sold. The old reason of these fights with me, the only reason why they're getting sold is because what if? If everybody's saying not a what if, it's not going to be a big fight. It's going to be a one-sided affair. So at the end of the day, they've got to say that. But it tells me everything when friends of him are still sitting on the fence.
So you think there's absolutely nothing... You know why they're sitting on the fence, because obviously they know deep down that he's going to lose.
Listen, at the end of the day, any professional man who's been in boxing knows they can look at KSI fight and they can look at me fight, and you can just take everything away from that. I'm a better boxer, better fighter, better movement, better feints, better footwork, better power, head movement, whatever you want, every single department I beat him in. So at the end of the day, when you've got that, stacking up against somebody else who's a lesser man than you, it's only going to go one way.
That's true. So, speaking about influencer boxers and real boxers, what's the difference between the two?
The difference between the two is I'm not here to shout from the rooftops and talk about fighting. I'm here to fight. You know, all this camp, you've not really heard much out of me on social media. There's been no call-out videos. I've done that for 2.5 years with Jake Paul. I'm sick of talking. My contract is to fight on Saturday night, and I'm going to do that and get paid. You know, I don't get paid for all this bullshit on social media back and forth. I'm not interested. I'm interested in Saturday night because, like I said before, fighting wins fights. Talking doesn't win fights. And if it did, well, he'd be world champion, wouldn't he? Undisputed.
Yeah, he would. So would you class KSI as a real fighter then?
No, he's not. And like I said before, I respect every single man that gets in the ring. And I mean everybody when I say that. But there's a different type of level of respect. You know, as a man, does he get my respect? No. Will he ever? No. After this fight, will I shake his hand? Will I want to be friends with him? No. He's not one person that I ever want to see again. You know, it's the same like all of them. There's not my type of people. You know, even Jake Paul, they're just not my type of people. I'm only interested in them when I'm fighting them. And that's it. Like, I don't care what he does in his spare time. I don't care what he has to say about me. I just hope he's there on Saturday night.
So, after Saturday night, win this fight.
Yeah.
What's next for Tommy Fury?
Famous question. God willing, get a good performance in the way I know I'm going to, and the way I've been doing it in training. What's next for me? I don't know. This influencer scene, it's all over the show. It is a complete circuit. It's a roller coaster ride, and you never know what's around the corner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some much needed time off, spend it with the family, enjoy my Halloween, enjoy my Christmas, gain some pounds as always, as everyone knows I do.
Yeah.
And then we'll get the team round the table again, and we'll assess for 2024 what's going to happen there.
Tommy, I'm looking forward to 2024. I mean, I'm not really looking forward to you putting any more weight on.
Yeah,
but I know you're going to do it. I know you're going to do it.
Mate, I'm probably going to go to a career heaviest of, I'm going to say 18 to 20 stone. Yeah.
Tommy!
I was 16 stone.
Wait, I felt like Molly then.
Yeah. Oh my God. Flashbacks then. Yeah, last time I hit about 16 stone and I didn't have the festive holidays that are coming up, let's say. I didn't have Halloween, my favourite time of the year. I didn't have Christmas. You know, it was at the start of the year, it was February, nothing really happening. But now I've got all these holidays, it's going to be a dangerous game.
You don't want to balloon up like that. Think of it this way, yeah. You balloon up to 18, 20 stone.
Yep.
It's going to take so much time to come off.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'll fight this fight again, to be fair.
Oh.
I mean, at the end of the day, I can make any weight. Like, I'm not going to say anything on camera, but
you'll tell me in a bit.
Yeah, basically, you know, the weight hasn't been an issue. It has not been an issue at all. As you can tell by the shape of me, the facial expressions, the energy coming out of me. I can sit here and talk all night. I've just come from a public workout, looking sharp. It's not been an issue. But at the end of the day, if these influencer fights are always catchweight fights, then what's the point? At the end of the day, it is what it is. So, you know, I might go up to 20 stone and I might come down a little bit more. I might campaign at heavyweight. I don't know.
You never know. You might see Tommy Fury as a heavyweight.
Well, you definitely will at Christmas time. If everyone sees me in the street, you're going to bump into me. You're not going to recognise me. Fat as anything.
Yeah, well, Tommy, as always, it's a pleasure.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Love, my brother.